Hey, what's happening? Happy Tuesday, everybody. It's Daryl here. It is not so bright and early. It's 7 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I'm smiling because I'm thinking in my head, I'm not sure what I'm going to title this video. How I extended, how my tongue was extended at 40 years old, or I'm not sure what the title will be. And you know what? That's not misleading because in about my 41st year, the length of my tongue did increase considerably. Okay, so I was considering actually showing you guys right here, but I don't know if that would push the boundaries of good taste. I don't think I'll make it right, include it in this video. I might make another video and then tag it onto this one. Like I said, it might push the boundaries of good taste. I'm not sure, but let me get down to the nitty gritty here. This video really is more about just owning who you are, being proud of all of your imperfections. Okay, when I first came up with the idea for this video, I talked just a couple of videos back. I talked about losing all my teeth being damaged from drug use, and one of the hardest things and most painful, scary things I ever did in my life was sitting in a dentist chair for 5 hours one day, 5 hours the next day, while they cut into my gums and chiseled and pried out the pieces and remnants, and then filed down the jawbone, cut it all open, stitched it all back up, both upper and lower, while I was completely awake. The only thing they had to keep giving me Novocaine shots like every not even 5 minutes apart, and it got to the point where it wasn't even working, because I am an opiate addict. So I couldn't have anything else. And it's whenever I'm facing doing anything hard these days, I think if I could do that, if I could go through my mother was sitting in the waiting room waiting for me, and she heard the noises and stuff, and she's like, Terrell, I don't know how you went through that. And whenever I face anything hard these days, I tell myself, if I could make it through that, I could do anything. And that's an attitude. That's what I want to share with you guys today. So when I made that video, for a long time, when I first got clean on Facebook and other media outlets, looking back, I'd be a little dishonest. I would kind of make it sound like I had dental implants, because I thought dentures were embarrassing. I was embarrassed to say that I had dentures, that I had all my teeth removed and I had dentures. And I would kind of insinuate that I had porcelain implants. You got to remember, this is like one of the early on in my recovery, and I was still working on myself. And I'll be flat out honest with you guys. I think I was trying to play a role, make it sound like they were expensive. Ooh, I got fancy. I don't have dentures. I have fancy porcelain implants. I didn't come out and say this, but I implied it. So when I just made that video a couple of days ago, I was thinking about it, because sometimes it's hard just to come out and, video in front of hundreds of people, hopefully thousands, and say that I have dentures. And then on top of it, I've got a complete hip replacement. I sound like I'm in my 80s, But, so I thought about this, then I asked myself, Daryl, like I love you guys. I love my viewers, all the people on Facebook and everything, but why would I feel the need to tell them something other than the truth? Why would I feel the need why would I try to impress them? For what reason? What would be in it for me? Why would I really care what went through their head? How would it affect my life? How would it affect me? I'm going to get more into that in a second with men and women, because I found positive effects for both these things. But before I get into that, so I thought about that. I love you guys. I love my viewers and everything. But bottom line is, why do I feel the need? I'm going to be who I am. Why should I lie and pretend to be somebody else? To impress somebody. What's the point? And then I thought about it deeper. Actually, it's quite the opposite. It's more important to tell people to be proud of that. Drug use damages teeth. That's a fact. Especially methamphetamine, cocaine, heroin. Causes, they call it meth mouth. I can't believe I said that. And a lot of people suffer with this, and it's almost like a vicious circle. When I remember when I would use heroin in the morning, I didn't even want to see my face in the mirror. I did not even want to see my own. I wouldn't even smile in the mirror because I didn't want to see what I looked like. It was hideous. But after I used, it would just go away. You know, it wouldn't bother me anymore. And it becomes a vicious circle. The more you use, the more damage they get, and the farther away you get away from fixing them. And you know, it's just a vicious circle. So I thought about it. So it's more important for me to come on here and say, look, this is possible. You can. You know, I am incredibly proud of my smile today. You know, real or not, it's changing the whole aura, the whole feeling I give off. Plus, it made me, when you start fixing one part of yourself, like my high cholesterol and overweight and everything, you move on to, you're like, wow, I could do this, I could do more. And you get healthier and more confident. And life becomes so much more worthwhile living. So I thought about, you know, the balance. Why would I make up a false story about having implants? And who am I trying to impress? And conversely, it'd be better off just, you know, telling people to help other people because there's plenty of other people that are suffering with the same thing. So why not encourage them and just lay myself bare and say, you know, this is what you could do. Okay. Now, this is something I discovered. Now, so when I was thinking about how people would look at me with dentures, I remember getting in this is in the very first year that I got clean. When it comes to like men, honestly, one of the things that went through my mind is, what if I had to defend myself? What if I got in a little, you know, because as I told you guys, it's happened before. You know, I don't back down. I don't look for altercations, but I don't walk away from them. And you know, I'll stand up for myself. And you know, I worried about how if it would be a disadvantage if I got into fisticuffs with somebody. Would it be a disadvantage? So this happened, and this wasn't even planned. I was actually going to treatment right when I was first getting clean. And there was an incident with my car and somebody else's car, and I yelled out the window. And I parked, and 3 guys got out of the other car and started coming at me. And you could tell when somebody's, you know, serious, like there's going to be some physicality. And I didn't even plan this, and I had dentures at the time. I had just gotten them, and as I'm walking towards them, I pop them out. And they see this. They see, I didn't plan this, but they see me popping them out. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I put them in my pocket. And it freaked the dude out so much. He was like, what the? And he actually backed away. Him and his buddies actually backed away. They made it look like it was gross. Like he made it seem like he didn't want to, you know, touch me or you know, or that I was an old man and, you know, he was going to let me get away with it. But honestly, what I was going through my head is, you know, this guy, you know, when you say you threaten somebody, I'm going to knock your teeth out. Well, you can't do that if my teeth are already out. You know, it was kind of a plus. Plus the whole craziness of it, it really freaked this bunch of guys out. That you know, like I said, I didn't plan on doing this, and if it happened today, I don't think I'd be able to do it. But you know, when I was first getting into treatment and everything, I was, your emotions are all over the place. Okay, now on to women. How would women look at me when, you know, with dentures? Let me say this. This is one thing I've discovered in my sobriety over the last 15 years about love, true love, you know, because now I'm actually in relationships, clean and sober. And I realized that little imperfections that people are worried, you know, he might break up with me or she might break up with me because of this, because I'm bow-legged, because I'm a little overweight. Those little things are the things that endear that person to your heart when you're in love. I remember like Audrey or Paula, I won't bring up the specific little imperfections they had, but I remember they were very, you know, both, you know, everybody's insecure about something. And I remember specifically telling Audrey, I was like, that's what makes me love you so much. Like that little imperfection, you know, it just, I don't know how or why, but it makes them more human, more fallible. And I'm sure a lot of you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then I realized, talking to Audrey, that both my girlfriends like the teeth, the false teeth didn't bother them at all. I remember the first girl I went out with, Paula, I actually broke my dentures, and she ran out to the store and got me all this glue and stuff to fix them, and she wasn't embarrassed, or it was part of me, and the way that their little imperfections endeared them to my heart, my imperfections endeared me to their hearts. I think a lot of you understand what I'm saying. So here's where it comes in. I swear to God, I didn't know this was going to happen. Especially with my lower teeth, you can extend your tongue so much further. I could literally, I don't know if I think I said it, extend the boundaries of good taste if I do this right now. If I pop the bottoms ones out, I could reach my tongue down to underneath my chin and up above my nose. I could actually put the tip of my tongue in each nostril. I swear to God, because the teeth aren't in the way anymore. And I remember doing this. This is something I can't. I'm not going to show you guys, but I remember eating chicken wings, buffalo wings, and how that gets all over your face. And I could literally, wash my face with my own tongue, like a dog does, like that. It's amazing how much longer. I swear to God, I'll put a picture in the thumbnail. But I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to push the boundaries of good taste by, let me know if you actually want to see that. I'll pop the dentures out and show you. So this is one of the pluses of, if you're in recovery and your teeth are damaged, having dentures isn't a bad thing. Getting past it, it's great being able to smile again, and there's a lot of hidden bonuses that if you're a guy, it might come in. Your girlfriend might actually enjoy it. All right, you guys have a great Tuesday.